listening to Three Quirks and a Twerk at 89.3 FM.
This is my station.
Action.
It's just insane and I love it.
Entertainment.
Hey guys, it's Selena Gomez.
Hey, this is Ed Sheeran.
Hey guys, it's Taylor Swift.
Entrepreneurs.
You need to learn this business, and this is the time to do it.
And empowerment.
Become an insider, so you have to know the rules before you get in the game.
It's Friday.
I can't believe that it's Freaky Friday.
YB Moody, shake that booty and tune in to the voice of the continent.
Now we're talking about Fairfield City Council, and also James Tran from Hương Sư are here today to have a chat to us about what they're doing in the area. So Holden, I'll get you to introduce yourself. Where you're from?
Hey, nice to meet you, Davey. Thanks for having me. My name's Holden. I'm the manager for economic development at Fairfield City Council.
And your sidekick there?
Hey guys, James Traney from Hương Sư and Canley Heights, also representing Canley Heights Knights.
Yes, and James, everyone knows you because of the restaurant, the family business has been around for such a long time as well.
Yes, and Dave, thank you. Yeah, Hương Sư established in Cabramatta, so the Fairfield LGA since 1998.
1998.
It's been a while.
So you're famous for your chicken soup or your pho?
Beef pho, chicken noodles, spring rolls, pork chops. The list is as long as my arm. And Dave?
You know, when I go there,
Yep.
he feeds me because I don't eat his meals correctly.
Oh, really?
No.
He gives me a hard
I just
time. He
show
does.
Holden another way of enjoying it, that's all.
So Holden, I just want to know, does James put a bib on you and then fizzily spoon feed you to make sure you're eating it right? Is that how it
with
works?
chopsticks,
With
of course.
chopsticks.
I've got an apron on because he does make a mess.
Yes. And we've got our lovely lady here. How are you, Grace?
Hello, listeners. It's great to be back. I'm Stones, our favourite folk singer.
Yes. How you been?
Well, yeah, it's been a journey. The last year has been a journey, which we'll touch on a little bit later.
Yeah.
Davey.
Stand up for a second. Show me that shirt of yours. Wow. You look like an anaconda. Just kind of snake your way into the studio there.
The best thing about this is recycled.
I love
Recycled
that.
Fashion.
I love
We
that.
Love that.
Yes,
We love
yes.
that.
No, it's good. So to tell us, let's touch base on the council, because I do know the Fairfield City Council supports the local business, supports the mums and dad. What other programs that the council do? I know Di Lee and Frank Caboni are a great supporter of Canley Heights Knights and all the local business in the area. So Holden, you're from the council. Tell us a bit about the council. What's the council doing?
Well, council is really aware that by supporting local businesses, we create local jobs, So we have a few core priorities that we focus on in terms of our economic development. So one is to create a vibrant nightlife, which is how we work with James and all the great businesses in Canley Heights and Canley Vale and Cabramatta. We also really focus on supporting our local manufacturers. We have one of the biggest manufacturing hubs in Western Sydney around Wetherell Park and Smithfield. That's a big focus for us as well. And, we want to do other things like revitalise the Fairfield Town Centre. We know that's an area that we want to focus on in the future. But more generally, we run a whole host of programs that really try to help local small businesses.
Which we're very grateful for, Holden. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, well, you guys... The truth is, when we look at yourself and so many other businesses in Canley Heights and Canley Vale, most of you are locals, a lot of you grew up here, a lot of you sort of have taken over businesses from your parents and you employ locals as well. So, it makes sense. That's what we're focused on.
We've seen the changing faces of Canley Vale and Canley Heights. We could not do what we do without the support from yourself, Holden, and Frank and Di from Council. So big thanks to you guys.
I guess in many ways, when you're talking about supporting local business, right, Council plays a really pivot role in terms of supporting your local business. And I do know that working with a lot of councils over the years, there's a lot of challenges in there in terms of getting the communication right between the council, the staff, and the local business out there. And over the years, I've witnessed at Fairfield City Council, you are very active, and some of the programs you run, like the Moon Festival and all that, and it's just been very successful for the area, and you put the area on a map. So Holden, I know that there's so many projects and all things going around. What would be one of the most success that you can share with us in terms of council and working closely with your local business people?
The best one is, because James is here, of course, is what we're doing with the Canleys.
Yeah.
And, if you don't know, the Canleys are... they're our two special entertainment precincts. So we're the first councils in Western Sydney to designate two town centres, or any town centres, might I add, as special entertainment precincts, where we give businesses, we're cutting their red tape, make it easier to do business. You can trade later without working with council, and a whole host of other things.
Yes.
So you just talked about red tape. So are you extending hours, working hours then?
Absolutely. So businesses can, in the Canleys, trade to midnight without any amendment to their existing DA on the weekdays and to 2 a.m. on the weekends.
Yeah.
And then they can get incentives on top of that to trade even later if they do things that add sort of amenity to the local community, like put on a live performance at their venue.
Fantastic that you touched based on live performance, because that's what we want to see. We want more, like Grace Stokes, who's here in the studio with us, is all about, going live, bringing audience, bringing an environment, because the city, we're getting traction there, but we want it more at the west.
Yeah.
We want it to be
And
more
the thing is, like with us, we've been championing to support our local music
100%.
artists for such a long time, and it's really good to see that a lot of councils, especially Fairfield Council, activating these kind of activities to support nightlife. So when you say bonus, right, for other restaurants to open long hours, what are the kind of bonus and incentive are we talking about here, Holden?
Well, the most straightforward one is if you have a live performance at your venue, you can trade for an extra hour.
Oh, okay.
It's great. Very easy to do.
Yes.
It's not complicated. One of the great things about the Canleys is the rules are really simple. And it's easy for the community to understand, you don't want all these businesses with different rules and criteria. Everyone's got the same playing field. Everyone can use them if they want to, but if they just want to wrap up at 10 o'clock, they can also do that.
Yeah.
No stress, right?
Love that.
Is it easy?
It is very, very. So, look, our day currently trades until 10, but we do plan to trade until 12. Yes. And especially on, long weekends or public holidays and that, with live entertainment, providing that the business is there, absolutely. Everyone wants the opportunity to extend the DA and open a bit later. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. What's your thoughts on that, Grace? Because you're a muso.
Yes, I'm all for live music performance, always, all the time.
Grace, can I get your number for you later?
Of course. I'm just wondering about the live music licensing. Do you have an overarching license for that?
Council does have there is a license that council has for live music. Okay. That's a council-wide licensing agreement. And look, I'm not sure of the details of it, but we definitely do. And there's as you can imagine in council, there's plenty of rules and regulations, and that's definitely one of them.
Yeah. But all for the more live performance, bring it, support local artists, support local business, everybody wins.
Yep. And in Western Sydney, do you find there's a lot of live performances happening?
Well, I'm an inner west local.
Yeah.
I'm not from Western Sydney, although we did just do a youth event in Campbelltown last weekend, which was absolutely amazing to see the kids coming out and not on their phones, not a single 16-year-old on their phone. They were moshing. They were having the best time laughing with their friends. It was absolutely phenomenal. So I think especially for youth, it's so important to introduce them into the world of live music to build community.
So tell me something. How did the council control not having a mobile phone? Because these days, their mobile phone is glued to the bloody head.
These kids just voluntarily, none of them were on their phones. It was absolutely amazing.
Must have been a great event.
Yeah.
To get my kids off their phone.
What's interesting? A few weeks ago in Newtown, they had this massive music event, right? Every single pub have live music. Wow. Every single place there were music artists, and that place was packed. And that's something I was thinking, surely we can duplicate that in a Fairfield LGA, whereby every single restaurant would have live entertainment, say once a month. Everyone would do that, and then that would invite everyone to come to the bloody area. So, Mr. Holden, what do you think of that? You think that's a good idea?
I love it. You should join some of our meetings, Davey.
No, mate, it's all right, mate. I know what council meetings are like.
Fair call.
Coffee and cookies.
Someone's got to do the boring work. But no, so one thing that's great with the Canleys is we work really closely with these business associations. Yes. So James is the president of Canley Heights Nights, who sort of represents all the businesses in Canley Heights.
Congratulations, by the way, James.
Thank you, David.
Congratulations, the chairman.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, so speaking of those monthly activations, so at the moment we do have a East Vibes event in Canley Heights.
Yes.
It's on the 27th of March, Friday. It starts from 8 p.m. till 10 p.m. I've got some local artists singing. I've got Christina and I've got Rael on stage from 8 till 10.
Okay.
But at 9 p.m. I've got a pho eating competition at my shop at Hung Sua.
Nice.
6 competitors competing for bragging rights. So I've got quarterly challenges.
Wow.
This will be our summer challenge.
Girls, you think you're up to the challenge,
Do you have
girls?
what it takes, Grace? Valentina?
You think
Yep.
you got...
I've actually got...
live stream that. That would be fantastic.
I've actually got 2 spots left on the podium.
Yeah.
I'm looking for 2 more competitors. Valentina, Grace,
Yeah.
you girls are a
I'll
shoo-in.
hide my brother under my shirt.
And he'll have a straw. He'll have a straw coming out. Yeah, but just on...
That's a fantastic initiative from you because, you know, we want more restaurants to
Yes.
be able to be so active with
Correct.
our audience, you know. It's not just about, you know, this is a very good way of promoting your business,
Yeah,
really.
it is. I also use it to give back to community too. So we started back in 2013. I did it for Miracle Babies Foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah, not just to raise money, but also raise awareness for our charity partners too. And what a great way to bring the people together instead by using food. So
Yes.
I use food to bring people together and at the same time raise awareness and raise funds for the charity.
And I think around here, the LGA, I mean, there's 3 universal languages: food, grog, and entertainment. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That will
yeah.
bring us all together, right?
Well,
Holden?
I've got the food and that brings entertainment.
That's
You bring
correct.
your own
I'll
grog
bring
and
the
we'll have a
grog.
party.
That's it. That-
So, James, are you on the main strip of Canley Vale?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
next to Crystal Palace. We're under
Yes,
Crystal Palace.
I know where you
Yes.
are.
So
Okay.
we used to be next door to the old Red Rooster.
Right.
Yeah. So
right.
/219 Canley Vale Road, Canley Heights. For those of you out there,
Yeah.
yeah, drop one in.
what
You're
happened?
near my hairdresser.
What happened to the Red Rooster, though? Like, what happened to Red Rooster? Seriously.
Obviously
well,
not
there's another chicken shop that's here now. It's Phil Nam. The chicken, everyone knows Phil Nam chicken. So they replaced Red Rooster.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Are they going to be more like? I know it's very Asian dominated. Is there like other like Middle Eastern restaurants? Are there?
Look, there's some great Middle Eastern restaurants there, like Saharati, and there's quite a few. But look, our pitch to Sydney to come to Canley Heights, Canley Vale, is really around that authentic sort of Southeast Asian vibe that we
Yeah.
offer. You know, we don't want to compete where we're not the strongest.
Yes.
We sort of looked at where we sort of fit within the market, and for Canley Heights, Canley Vale,
Yeah.
it's really offering broader Sydney, hey, this is quite an authentic experience. We don't think you can get it many other places. Come and try it out. And we think if people come to town, have some live music, have a drink, eat at James's restaurant,
Yeah.
they'll probably come back. And that's sort of that's the goal.
That is. So Canley Heights Nights, one of our initiatives, and with my brother and Zan in Little Asia in Canley Vale.
Yeah.
So our focus is to bring people and introduce Canley Vale and
Yeah.
Canley Heights, the Canleys, to the rest of New South Wales, the rest of Sydney.
So
to bring people to the area.
For your information, I was in Parliament House about 3 weeks ago, and they were talking about it. You know,
Were they?
they were talking about the fact that you guys are having that extended longer hours and things like that.
wow.
And some of the politicians saying, we're actually going to go for a drive and just to check it out. And I'm like, obviously, you're doing a good job there, Holden, in terms of your media and your team, because Parliament's actually talking about it, and I think that's a great initiative.
I think that's a great thing. I was at because I live near Lakemba. We had Ramadan and it was packed, and we had our Prime Minister.
He got boo.
He came to...
He came
got
out.
booed.
I saw him coming out of the car. We walked in. He was there. He stood in front of the one of the shops, talked, explained into the media, and then he left. Right?
Yeah.
But I wasn't hugely booed. But like there was support, and there was people going, "Oh my God!" You know, he came all the way out to see us.
Yeah.
But it was like if you have market nights like this, you're going to draw a huge crowd because everybody wants to be.
That's the aim.
Everybody
Yeah.
wants
Yep.
to be part of a community. They want to see something different. You know.
Yeah, that's right.
It's
Friday.
Why be moody? Instead,
Shake your booty.
what have I wrote you into, Holden? Sorry, mate.
Oh, dear.
Man, I can sense that Holden and Jam, you've been shaking your booty for a while, mate. Like, you know.
Well, I haven't. This is my first time. Holden, what about you?
I consistently shake my booty
I can tell. I can
thought
tell.
so.
all day.
All that hip action, I can tell. Very good, mate.
Those
Very
hips
good.
don't lie.
So tell me a bit more about the activation. So James, you're saying that East Vibes gig, it's an ongoing thing. Is that right?
Well, I can say for now, for the next 6 months, we will be trying to be putting on monthly activation events. Council will be. At the first one will be 27th of March. For the next 6 months, I think the next one's going to be a Latin American
Nice.
initiative. Yeah.
Okay.
Latin Collective.
A Latin collective. I do
So would
apologise.
that be
Yes,
all the beautiful chicks dancing, shaking the booty?
Oh, we're all
are
about
you-
the
hold
music.
on.
We're all about the music.
is that why you
Davey.
guys are practicing shaking your booty right now? Is that what it is?
It's actually us on stage
Oh.
shaking our boobs. Yeah. So
Holden and
everyone will be
James.
very disappointed.
Surprise!
I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that. So is this a council initiative as well, Holden, or?
Yeah, so look, council, it's quite interesting. When we spoke to James and the team, we
Yeah.
said, what would be more impactful? Like one really big event or lots of consistent events?
Okay.
And because we're trying to grow a brand,
Yes.
particularly with social media, we said lots of small events, bring in local artists so we can keep the socials strong. So basically, we're trying to do some live performances in the town centres of the Canleys every month, so it
Okay.
stays front and centre of everyone's minds. Different things every month.
Yes.
So what we've got coming up, East Vibes, then we go to Latin Collective, and we've got something called the County's Got Talent. So it'll evolve.
Yeah.
The best way to follow it is to watch the socials at Discover Fairfield, at Canley Heights
Canley
Nights.
Heights Nights,
Dropped it for you.
Little Asia as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's three sites
There's
there.
3 sites. Little Asia is at littleasia.la.
Yep.
Look, we're very excited. So our idea is if we put live performances on in the town centres, bring in some local artists, the businesses will do their things as well.
Yes.
Specials, performances, eating comps, and everyone will have a good time.
Lovely.
And organically, the vibe will just grow with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, well, because I think you'll agree, council can't do all the heavy lifting, the businesses can't do all the heavy lifting, it needs to be a team effort. And I think
Absolutely.
that's where we're going, which is very exciting.
Yep. Absolutely.
And you don't
absolutely.
hear that all the time with council and local businesses. Sometimes they're not seeing eye to eye. And I
Yes.
think that's why this is being successful, because we are, and we've got that great support from up top, as you mentioned.
It sounds to me like a marriage perfect, made in heaven. Seriously, councils and business working together.
Very rare. Look, I've
That's
owned
very rare to see that, right?
I've owned businesses in a few other LGAs.
Yes, I noticed.
Yeah.
Liverpool was a perfect example.
Liverpool, Bankstown.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, what a shocker.
But very blessed in Fairfield to have Frank and the team, Holden and the team support us.
Yes.
we really get that support from up top. At my level, we can't do anything
couldn't do
if
it,
the
yeah.
mayor and Di Lee and
Yes.
the deputy mayor all aren't on board with supporting local businesses. You can see James knows them,
Yes.
so it makes our job really easy.
Yeah,
Amazing.
he doesn't just come up for photo ops, but he comes out to the restaurants too. So
Nice. So before we let you guys go, Purple Flag accreditation. So I know that your council are applying for Purple Flag accreditation. Can you share with our listeners what is the Purple Flag and what does it stand for?
Yeah, Purple Flag stands for districts that provide excellence in vibrancy, authenticity, and safety.
Safety.
And so for us, I think as what would be considered a relatively unknown going out district in the context of broader Sydney,
Yes.
and particularly in Western Sydney, if we wanted to attract visitation from the east and the north and the Shire or wherever, we needed to demonstrate it's a really safe and genuinely authentic location to go out in the evenings. So that's what Purple Flag can do for a
Okay.
location. It can put you on the map, and we want people to come out, have a good time, and feel really safe.
Love
and
that.
the locals know it's safe. We just want everyone else to know. So, if we get the Purple Flag accreditation, we're going through that process at the moment, that would be a really good sort of tick for the area.
Can I say congratulations to both of you and congratulations to Fairfield City Council for doing an amazing job on your activation on the 27th of March, 8 to 10, Free East Vibes.
I'll be out there.
Yes, Jennifer.
Yeah, try to-
9 o'clock eating challenge. I've still
Eating
got a spot for you
challenge.
on the podium.
I don't
Grace,
know
you
if I
too,
have the
please.
stomach,
You too.
but
Yes.
Grace.
Nice. Thank you so much, boys, for that. And definitely be in touch. And then if there's anything else we can do to support you, please reach out and let us know.
You've been amazing. You've been
Have a
awesome,
great
David.
weekend.
Thank you so much. Thank you,
Thank
Valentina.
you.
Thank you.
89.3 FM. What a fabulous song, Grace.
Wow. Grace Stokes is in the studio.
Yes. So that song was written for your dad.
Yes.
How long ago was that? How long did it take you to put that song?
It's still very raw.
Yeah.
I unfortunately lost my dad in August last year.
Wow.
And I went up to my childhood home, which
Yeah.
is Swiss Lake, and I was sitting by the lake where we always used to go as kids. And like in times like that, there's nothing to say out loud. It's very hard to vocalize the way that you're feeling because it's such a roller coaster. And I just picked up my guitar and the whole song just came out.
I love
the
that.
day after
it's
he
so
passed.
raw,
So yeah, and it really showed me a little bit of the hope that I have, which is as painful as this is to go through. I do believe I'll see him again one day.
I love the lyrics, it's time to go home.
Yeah, when we all come home.
Yeah, all come home. I love
I'll
that.
see you again.
And the truth of the matter is we all go to one place, right? And this is something that a lot of people talk about. Like, everyone is struggling in life. Everyone's working hard. Everyone's wanting to be rich and billionaire and gold and money. But when the truth is we all come home to the same place and we can't take all that with us.
No.
And people need to take some time out and just appreciate what they have, appreciate life, because at the end of the day, life is short. Enjoy it.
Well, appreciate people.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
just the respect that we need for each other.
Yeah.
And we don't know when our loved ones will go.
Correct. And also what's interesting is, like, when you meet someone out on the street, be kind to these people because you don't know what they're going through.
Exactly, yeah.
You don't know the struggle they're going through. So that's why when I meet people, I'm always smiling, give them a hug, because you don't know. You don't know what they're going through.
And that's part of the reason I'm making this EP, which is 4 songs and a spoken word piece, is to also show people what it's like to go through that journey. Because prior to losing my dad, I mean, I'd lost my grandparents, but I didn't have a similar relationship.
Yeah.
And so nothing could ever prepare me to understand at all what going through this is like. So that's a big part of the project, is teaching people what it's like to go through grief.
Do you feel that I saw something a few months ago, and there was a quote online that was saying that appreciate your mum and dad,
Yeah.
because when they're gone forever. And that song just hits home because I lost my dad a year and a half ago too. Same situation. I'm like, wow, sometimes we take our parents for granted. You know,
right.
And the message is make sure we spend some quality time with our mum and dad, even though we're so busy. Make that time.
I think it's really important what you said earlier, is our society, it so emphasizes success in monetary terms, and it's free to have someone at home that you can go to and tell your feelings
100%.
to, someone who cares for you and supports you. That's free.
Correct.
You know, and so as humans, we need to invest in our relationships even more so than monetary value.
Correct. And our parents are always there, and our number one supporter, always there. So tell us about your journey. So you're heading overseas. What's happening there?
Yes. So as well as the folk music, I am part of an all-girl punk band as well.
Yes, they were awesome.
We had in the studio a little bit ago, and we've been invited to tour Japan later this year.
Oh, no way. At Japan.
Which is very exciting. I love Japan. I've been twice.
Japan.
The food's amazing.
Yes.
And so it'll be great to get into some of those venues and packed and sweaty and just rocking it out. It'll be really amazing.
Are you going to find a little restaurant somewhere and then just pull out your guitar and then start singing?
Yeah.
That would be amazing. You know how Japanese people love these surprises?
Yes,
that's right.
they do. It's a pretty packed schedule of shows.
Is it?
So I'll have plenty of time to sing along
So
over there in
what
Japan.
area will you girls will be visiting?
So Kobe, Osaka, Kyoto, and Tokyo.
Oh, mate, all the major tourist attraction area.
It's been a full year of traveling. So I just got back from playing Nanup Festival as myself as Stones. Nanup Festival.
Nanup, where's that?
It's a bit south of Perth, near Margaret River.
Yes.
So went over with the Red Wiggle, Murray Cook.
Oh, Red Wiggles.
Yeah,
Oh, how
so
cool is that?
Do backing vocals in his band,
Yes.
Murray and the Movers. And then also got to play on the Unplugged stage,
wow.
which was in a church.
Oh, so
got to
nice.
close the festival there, which was really special to sing my dad's favourite hymn in a church.
And
to
was
close
Jeff
it
there?
out.
Was Jeff there?
Jeff
you know?
was not there.
No,
just Murray. But Murray's a wonderful big personality.
Yeah, it's a nice
so
bloke.
he's
Nice
more
bloke.
than enough. Yeah.
So what will be your message, though? Because I do know, this is the thing, I do know a lot of musos want to get into the music industry, and I know how challenging it is for a lot of musos. And in a way, I'm so glad that Fairfield Council got this initiative to activate their town centre with live music. So hats off to Fairfield Council, James and Holden. You guys do an amazing job. So what would be your message to those music out there who wanting to get into the music industry?
Well, I would have two pieces of advice. The
Yeah.
first one's philosophical, and the other one would be a little bit more practical.
Yes.
So I'll start with the philosophical.
Okay, let's do that.
Which is, if you are truly an artist, if
Yes.
you're truly a musician, you would do it for free.
Yes.
And so whether you make it or not in the music industry does not define who you are
Yeah.
if you are a deeper, like an artist deep down.
Correct.
So my advice would be, if that's something that you would do for free, just keep going.
Okay.
And you will eventually receive opportunities, and people will come alongside you when they see that you're serious about this is who I really am, and they will come and support you. Practically, I would say build your network.
Okay.
So go out and ask local musicians, put shows together. That's what I started doing, and I've made some of the best friends of my life by
Yes.
helping other people to have a stage and a platform.
That's a valid, and that's just very smart advice, because I run across a lot of young musicians these days, and they're constantly striving for shows and money. But the truth of the matter is they might get 1 or 2 gigs, and then they're back to square one.
Yeah.
You know, and then they get disappointed, get upset. And I'm trying to tell them that it's a very hard industry to get in. You do that for the
gotta
love.
be resilient,
Yeah,
too.
you got to do it for the love of the music, and your time will come. You need a side business. You need a side gig to pay the bills. Then the music will come and the money will come.
Yeah. And I always say define success in metrics you can control.
Yeah.
Okay.
So don't define your success as I'm making $200,000 a year doing music.
Yeah.
Define it as I wrote 3 new songs this month.
Yeah.
I put on
That's
2
great.
new gigs this month. I made 4 new musician friends this month. So define it in metrics you can control.
And that's more realistic as well, and it's much more actionable
Correct,
too.
correct.
Because when you want to do the big, like you want to achieve this big goal, you've got to. It's like that saying, "How do you eat an elephant?" Right? When we talked
Barbecue.
about this, no, not child, okay, Davey. How do you eat an elephant? Well, one
Piece at a time.
Yeah, one bite at a time. So having to hear that is much more. Like it's less pressure on yourself
Correct,
as well,
correct.
Yeah.
and manageable. I think.
Correct.
for
Then
creative.
you're driving your success
Exactly.
rather than someone else
Yeah.
determining it.
Okay. And when you're writing a song, how do you know it's honest rather than just something that sounds good?
Well, I write very largely stream of conscious, which means that I will just be sitting there with my guitar and the whole song will come out in one go. That's about 90% of the songs that I write.
Okay.
So most of the time I'm not critically thinking about
Okay.
structure and that
Right.
kind of thing. I think there's a quote that says, like, create freely and then edit like a school principal.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Excellent.
So you create freely and then you become really critical
Sure.
later of what you
Perfect
create.
advice. Perfect
So that's-
advice.
That's kinda how I approach
because
it.
creators can be quite critical with their
Yes.
own work, right?
Very critical.
Don't be critical in the creative process. That's the biggest way to kill
Sure.
true art.
Stones in the studio.
I
We're just
know.
talking about music and her music that we've just also played
Yes.
earlier too.
Dedication
So,
to a
dedication,
father. That's
yes.
amazing. That's amazing.
Well, I've got another question for you. Do you ever listen back to your own music and feel like it represents you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think one of the most magical things about songwriting is that it tells you the things about yourself you didn't know were there.
Really?
Really?
There's been so many times. Like, for example, when I wrote a song about my sister moving to London,
Okay.
it all just came out in a moment, and I didn't even know it was about her. And the lyrics are like, "I'm happy for you," but really deep down, I'm so
just got
sad
goosebumps
that I'm missing all these parts of your life, all the restaurants and the bars and the picking flowers on the side of the road. You know, like, I'm missing all these moments of your life, and that makes me so sad. But I'm happy for you.
But
to
you're
go
pretty
and have an
close. But you're pretty
adventure.
close to your sister.
Oh yeah, all of my siblings.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I'm
but that
surprised.
song, I finished the song and I was crying, and I
Wow.
was like, I didn't know I was so affected by her moving over there.
Wow.
But something in the music brought out those emotions in me. It was amazing.
Oh, so magical.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're like a vessel.
Yeah,
Yeah, a
absolutely.
vehicle to
Absolutely.
carry on a message.
Like, I very rarely sit down with an intention to write a song.
Okay.
It's like very rarely. Maybe 10% of the time I'll have a phrase or like a musical idea and I'm like, okay, I'm going to develop this now. Majority of the time I'm just sitting there meditating, sitting with my guitar, and then the whole song will come. Like I'm like just a channel
Yeah.
for something.
You're like a
in the
vessel,
creative divine.
like a vessel that's
Yeah,
carrying
a
so many
vehicle,
ideas, right?
And enjoy that, because a lot of creatives lose that, you know, because a lot of them want to go back to.
But why do you think they lose that? Do you think they lose that because they're just too busy to live, or they lose that because they're just so wanting so many gigs out there and the money that they lose their creativity?
I mean,
You know what I mean?
There's a number of factors, but I believe it's the spirit knows when it's time to deliver and knows when time is enough. And
You think so?
Yeah.
I think you're both right. There is a very large part to be said for being bored. And I think that as a society, we don't allow ourselves to be bored, because the best songs I write are where I'm sitting there with my guitar doing nothing and my brain actually activates because it's bored. So it's like, let's create something. I'm bored now. And if you don't allow that space to be bored, the ideas can't come because you're not listening.
And that's why they say there's a psychologist that says that if your kids are bored, let them be bored.
Let them be bored.
So are you saying that our generation, everyone's on social media, they're not using their thinking skills, their creativity skills, because they're constantly not bored?
I think we're in the dopamine generation where we're constantly being fed dopamine. And that's not conducive to sitting in the silence and being with yourself when you're constantly processing information.
Bloody, that's so true. That's so true. Grace, can you believe our time is running out? Stones.
Yeah, your time is running out,
Oh, it's always too short when I come and see you guys.
I know. It's amazing.
Congratulations, because you're a radio host too.
I am, yes.
What station is
over
that?
on 2SSR.
Oh, that's in the city.
In Gaimea. It's based in Gaimea. Yeah.
That's in
99.7.
Gaimea.
Yeah.
Hurstville Way.
It's Gaimea TAFE, so Shire Way.
Shire.
In the Shire.
How good is that?
Yeah, so we do a very music-heavy show where I talk through different genres of music and the history of them, and we have guests on as well.
So why we're promoting her show for?
I'm sorry.
Why we're promoting your show
But
for?
the thing is, competition is healthy, right?
We don't believe in competition. Like
Sorry,
we don't believe we are the
We're the Carl and
competition.
Jackie O show.
But you're Friday nights and mine's Monday, so it's fine.
We don't believe in competition.
We're totally in a different space.
Yes. Joke aside, though, congratulations.
Thank you.
And also congratulations on the band and the trip to Japan. That's,
Thank you.
But you have
a
to
success.
come back and share with us more stories and updates.
It's going to be
right?
Mecha Subarashi.
No. What was that? Did you just wear at us?
That means really awesome.
Oh, in Japan?
Yeah, it's going to be really awesome. We'll have many more stories for you too.
Lovely. Well, thank you so much. You take care.
Thank you, listeners.
And what's your plan for this weekend, by the way?
I am playing a gig up in Newcastle.
Nice.
Like what you're hearing.
And then I'll be working on a music
with you.
video
For
to
the
accompany the
community.
song you just heard earlier for my dad.
I love that. Amazing. Well, you take care. Have a good weekend. Stay safe to our listeners out there. Be kind to everybody. And party.